44 days, get out your abacus, 2 months away from Election Day, and Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are neck and neck in the national polls. But that hasn't stopped one man from predicting that Trump is heading towards a big win in November. Allan Lichtman, a professor of history at the American University and author of Predicting the Next President. He's correctly predicted the outcomes of the last 8 presidential elections, and he joins us now. Allan, nice to see you this morning. So you don't care about the polls that everyone else gets caught up in. You're looking at history for indicators. What do you see?
Well, my system is 13 true-false questions where an answer of true always favors the re-election of the party in power. It's based on the retrospective study of every election from the election of Abraham Lincoln in 1860 to Ronald Reagan in 1980, and it's based on the theory that elections are primarily referenda on the party holding the White House. So I look at the big picture, the economy, foreign policy, third parties, and the way it works, if the party in power has 6 of these 13 going against it, that's the Democrats now, they're predicted losers, and by my system, the Democrats have 6 negative factors against them.
Wow, here are the negative ones. Incumbent party mandate, nomination contest, so obviously Hillary Clinton had to fight Bernie Sanders, a third-party challenge, Jill Stein maybe taking some of the votes away from her, policy change, foreign military success, that's been a problem for her, and the incumbent charisma also. Now, what about some false keys for Hillary? Let's talk about the incumbent party mandate. Why is that a problem for her?
Well, that's the midterm elections, kind of a referendum on the party holding the White House, and the Democrats got wiped out in 2014. It's not her. Remember, we're talking about a referendum on the performance and strength of the party holding the White House. It doesn't necessarily turn on the individual candidates. And of course, in Donald Trump, you have such a precedent-breaking candidate.
Right.
You know, he said so many things that would drive other candidates out of the race that maybe he'll break the pattern of history and snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, despite my...
Number 13, uncharismatic challenger.
Yeah, I get a lot of flack for this because, oh, clearly Trump is charismatic. Well, people may think that. Some people think he's, a god, but that's not the definition of the key. You have to be the once-in-a-generation, broadly inspirational candidate cutting across partisan lines. Clearly, while Trump is a great showman, he appeals only to a narrow base, and therefore, whatever you may think of him, he doesn't fit the criteria of the keys. His approval rating as president on average after 4 years was 41%, his base, one of the lowest approval ratings historically of any president. He lost the popular vote in 2 elections by a combined 10 million votes. So whatever you may think of Trump, he doesn't fit the criteria of the keys, and that one is blue.
That means, Dad, that Harris, according to you, according to the 13 keys to the White House, is headed for a win in 2024.
Hey guys, as I've always said, ignore the politicians and listen to the experts. Today I want to highlight the predictions of Allan Lichtman, a political historian who's built an incredibly accurate model for forecasting US presidential elections. His model has correctly predicted every election outcome for the past 40 years, including close calls like the 2000 race between George W. Bush and Al Gore. But first, let's go back to 2016 when Lichtman, appearing on Fox News, predicted Donald Trump's victory, even though the polls suggested Hillary Clinton was ahead. Lichtman's model, which is based on 13 key indicators, ignores day-to-day polling and instead focuses on the broader picture, like things like the economy, foreign policy, and the incumbent party's performance. In 2016, according to his system, the Democrats had too many negatives against them, which led to the accurate prediction of Trump's win. Now, fast forward to a clip from a month ago, where Lichtman applied the same model to the 2024 election. Based on his 13 keys, he predicts that Kamala Harris, the Democratic candidate, will win. Despite Trump's charisma with a narrow base, Lichtman explains that Trump doesn't meet the criteria for broad cross-partisan appeal, and Harris is more likely to secure victory. Whilst polls and media coverage might make this race seem close, Lichtman's model, which has never been wrong, gives people hope for a Democratic win. His model reflects a broader referendum on the incumbent, as elections tend to be, and suggests that the American public is leaning towards change. According to this trusted model, Harris is on track to win, despite the noise around Trump. If Kamala Harris wins, I will be shocked, because in my opinion, she shouldn't win, and I do think Donald Trump would win, and I think actually I'd prefer Donald Trump to win. I can't believe I'm saying it. I'd rather Donald Trump wins, but let's see what happens, and let me know what you think in the comments. I've been Jake from Just Jake. Subscribe to the channel, and as always, I'll see you next time. You actually made it to the end of the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, which, why haven't you already, is somewhere over there. And also, if you want to watch more videos, also check out over there. I've been Jake from Just Jake. See you later.